And this YGB Jay, Mr. Jolt himself, Mr. You Gotta Believe, you tuned into my story.
Where did you grow up?
Grew up I done lived in a few places, man. I done went to about 10 schools in Jefferson County. So, I was getting kicked out all the way up until the 8th grade. My mama's first crib was in Georgetown, Carpenters in the South. That's like, I had my first kiss and shit out there in the South in Georgetown, man. Shout out to Marnay, man. Put you out there. But shit. Then we moved to 15th and Garland on St. Stephen's before they bought it out on the B line. You feel me? It used to be a B line instead of Shorty's right there. You feel me? California Square Park. All my family's from Park Hill and shit. So we spent a lot of time on the drive on the weekends. Then we moved to 24th and Jefferson. You feel me? Nigga was Bank Street Pool, the Bubble. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, first time stealing was out the pick pack. You know what I'm saying? Like, used to be a Domino's on the corner, community center with the green tin roof. Like, Jefferson was some of my funnest times for sure. We moved from 24 to PRP. You know what I'm saying? Dukes had her struggles. We moved in with her mother, my grandmother, out PRP for a couple years. And then shit, I was getting too deep off into the streets and shit. Dukes moved me all the way out Westport. Lived out there for a couple years, 8th grade and shit. And then, on my own, like I said, I just moved around the South. Niggas know me hooping at Iroquois, Wyandotte, you know what I'm saying? Like, so the South is where I chose to be at, but I spent most of my time in the childhood in the West End, you feel me? Like, used to look up at the Brown Foreman bottle there, and that's how we knew how to get home. No matter where you went in the West End, all you had to do was walk back to that bottle and you would start seeing shit. So most definitely grew up in the West, you know what I'm saying, for sure. But I got family all over, man. I got family up east and I got family in Newburgh. Like I said, in the South, like we good everywhere.
Where did it start?
Shit, I started doing this music shit 2007, 2008. Shout out to my day one nigga, Keymon. He put me on to this shit, man. Recorded my first song August 28, 2008 at this nigga named Black Shampoo Studio. We had our little $15 bag of Reggie, you feel me, sitting on the edge of a nigga's bed, recording on that gold MLX everybody wanted. That was most definitely how we got started though. Then we set up our first studio in Iroquois Projects, feel me, right across the street from the store. Just getting it, you feel me?
How old were you?
Shit, I was 15 when I did my first song, 8th grade summer, freshman summer, 2008, you know what I'm saying? Did that Lil Wayne Misunderstood remix was probably the first song I recorded by myself on some rented equipment from Doo-Wop Shop.
How did you fall in love with rap?
I can't even say I fell in love with rap first, believe it or not. I was singing before I hit puberty, so I fell in love with music on some Usher shit, man. Usher was probably the artist that made me fall in love with music. I'm talking like young Usher too, when he was, whatever, he was like 13, 14 in them videos, and by the time he came with Nice and Slow, it was a rap. That was who I was fucking with.
There's power in the name. Why did you stick to yours?
And we started with Young Gifted Black, but that shit was like a whole lot of people already had it. So we was sitting outside of Manslick, trying to go talk to Ice Age Music Group. Shout out to Vince Irvin, one of the first people that gave us the opportunity. And we ain't had no name, chilling in the car with the homie. And he's like, man, you gotta believe. And I was on some mad shit. I'm like, man, nobody keep on hearing that shit, bro. He was like, nah, you gotta believe. That's what we gonna run with. And that shit just stuck. That was probably like 2009, 2010 and shit. It just stuck. It's universal now.
You gotta believe what?
And you gotta believe in everything, you know? You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta believe in love. You gotta believe in life. You gotta believe in opportunity. You gotta believe in God, you know what I'm saying? And It just don't matter what you do, man. I always say, I don't care if you sell pussy or product. You feel me? You gotta believe. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the universal mantra and something that I always go back to no matter what's going on, because it done always got better for me. You feel me?
Call yourself Joat, Joat, and you have quite a few trades under your belt: videography, music, even music production, and some health and wellness in your free time. Are there any more things that you do that people might be unaware of?
Yeah, I mean, I'm known for being a jack of all trades, but you know, I get out and I fish. I've been showing these people I know how to cook too. You know, I'm a chef on the side. You know what I'm saying? But I always like learning, so I done picked up almost anything you could think of. You know, How It's Made was like one of my favorite shows as a kid. I used to be deep off into how you put stuff together and take it apart. So that's just where I'm at. I'm very analytical when it comes to life. You know what I'm saying? So I learned a little bit of everything.
Who inspired you the most to pick up a microphone?
Musically, I had to say like it's a collection, because you feel me. My mother was a single mother of two by 19, so like I came up on Jill Scott, India Ari, Erica Badu, Anthony Hamilton, John Legend. Like I said, Usher. And then when Chris Brown came out, like that exclusive album was the first album I bought. So that changed the whole game. But like musically, them is the people who really like made me want to do music first. And then my grandparents supported it so crazy that it was like left me no choice. I was 16. They let me clean out a room and put a studio in the basement, and shit had been up ever since.
Who are your top 5 hip hop artists?
Top 5, no order though. I can't do no order. But I gotta start with Wayne, cause like I watched Wayne from the start to the end. I'm saying Jay-Z, not because everybody else say Jay-Z. You know, I'm the biggest Jay, but you feel me? I fuck with Hov though. The Blueprint 2 was definitely, Blueprint 1 and 2 was definitely like some shit on some old school rap. I gotta go with damn, and I feel bad not even remembering my boy's name right now. Man, Rakim, man, the GOAT. Rakim was the GOAT, man. Like he most definitely, that was the one right there. So it got Wayne, Hov, Rakim. It's getting controversial now, man. We getting to the nitty gritty. The new era. I gotta say Drake. You feel me? New era. I got to put Drake in the 5 in the new era. I can't even cap it down no other way. And then as far as like influence and where I got this jack all trade shit from, my number 5 spot gonna have to be split. These the same two people to me, man. I got Ice Cube and Master P. You feel me? Master P had the hustle. He was the reason I was pressing up CDs and coming out the trunk with that shit. And then Ice Cube, you feel me? He's the master writer. You know what I'm saying? Like he put that shit together for everybody.
You could collaborate with anybody. Who would it be?
I gotta say Erica. I guess to have me an Erica Badu record. Like that Baduism album is probably my favorite album front to back. I'm saving a spot for Shorty, so don't quit before I get there.
When was your worst performance?
Man, I done had so many shows. I was the nigga doing everybody's Sweet 16s back in the day, man. Me and Lil Carl had a run so crazy. If Lil Carl DJ'd your Sweet 16, then we was there. But I'll probably say probably one of them nights at Vibe with Sasha. I got too loaded, forgot my lyrics on stage and shit. I just had to cut the whole set. Like I couldn't even finish the set. I think DJ Cam was DJing that night. I ended up sitting on stage and talking. I ain't even rap no more. I cut the music off and gave them folk a Kanye speech. Shit was crazy.
What is your favorite project that you've made?
Released, my favorite released project, it had to be Love Crusades. just because of like where I was at in life, and that was like where I feel like I mastered my craft. But my favorite project to make was Hope. Like my first project, I made all the beats. That was my first time separating from the group and really like doing it on my own. So Hope was like literally hope. It gave my whole team, my whole family, like the reason to push behind me and stick with this shit.
If you could have a conversation with yourself from your Hope era, what would you start with?
Don't listen to these niggas. Like when I was doing Hope, I was locked in the basement. YouTube and Instagram and all of that shit wasn't really popping yet. So I wasn't listening to a lot of other people's music and shit. I didn't have no influence. It didn't sound like nobody else's music. I wasn't trying to sound like nobody. And I didn't look to nobody for their opinion. I feel like these days we get caught up in trying to make the best product that we don't make the art that's true to us no more. You know what I'm saying? So with Hope, like if I could tell myself anything, I just continue to not listen to nobody. Like you got everything you need, bro.
What is your favorite song that you've made, released?
My favorite song released, I'm gonna have to say Dark Age. Like Dark Age it's like real hip hop to me. You know what I'm saying? It's one of my favorite songs to perform too, because I really get in there and feel it every time I do it. Like that's probably one of my favorite records for sure.
What is the project that you're most proud of?
I think Red Ivory would probably have to be my most proud, not because it's like the best music in my opinion, but like I did Red Ivory in 15 days. Well, yeah, I did it in 15 days. I made a song a day for 2 weeks, and I only chose the 9 songs that I liked. And what I liked about it the most is like I got a record for like every style on there. I kind of went like Youngboy beat, Ride Wave beat, Migos beat. You know, I put some conscious shit on there, some slow shit. So like it just really displayed my versatility as an artist and like being more than a rapper, trying to get away from that title of being a rapper and have people respect this shit as art. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is to me.
Can you talk about a personal experience that profoundly influenced your music?
Shit, my grandparents passing away. Uh, I was 17. My grandfather passed away in December, and my grandmother passed away in April, 4 months later. And like that feeling of disparity bring a lot out of you. And I don't know if like everybody got the same family bonds that I got, but that was the rock, you know, and losing them really made me realize like time is short. They passed away at 58 and 59, year before retirement. I quit my job the same day because I told myself I'd never die before I got to reap the benefits of like the shit that I worked for. So that really pushed me into like doing this shit on my own and learning how to do everything. Like I said, that was 2013. I shot my first video the same year. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it really pushed me over the edge to realize like, can't depend on these jobs. You can't wait on nobody. And death is for certain. It's only spontaneous, you know what I'm saying? So that was definitely what pushed me over the edge when it comes to taking this music serious and taking myself serious as a person. You feel me?
What was the most emotionally challenging song to write?
Man, most challenging song emotionally was Running on Red Ivory. It's the last track. And man, approaching 30 is a motherfucker in this young man's industry, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel old approaching 30, but that was one of them songs like, am I running from myself or I'm running from time? You know what I'm saying? Like, you get caught up in emotion so much that like I really had to like stop and take breaks when I was writing that. And I don't really be writing, but when I was in front of the mic and I hit the hook, like I had to sit in a booth for like 10 minutes and really like sit with myself, because it came out of me to where I had to really ask myself, like, damn, bro, like, is you running from yourself or you chasing the time, trying to get shit done in a certain time? So that song was a lot to sit with for real. And then I second, I have to say Rain on the Love Crusades project, man. Rain was tough because I was rapping about shit that I hadn't coped with yet. So like I didn't put that project out for about 2 years after I wrote it because I was still trying to cope with the shit that I was writing. You know what I'm saying? And just really being vulnerable in the music for the first time.
What is something you've learned about love that makes you view and go about your relationships differently?
Shit. What about love made me change how I see it and view my relationships differently? Man, I was a cheater. Like I say cheating and dealing with the repercussions of that, you know, seeing somebody that you care about hurt really change you as a boy into a man. You realize your responsibility for yourself and for, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's holding you down. And I know it probably sounds cliche, but you feel me? It was most definitely yeah, I'd say being a cheater teach you a lot. You know what I'm saying? I had to tighten up and work on my discipline. You feel me?
What is your favorite food on a rainy day?
Damn, favorite food on a rainy day? I probably eat some fried fish. Like I be, and I say that like the rain always bring the fish. So if it's raining season and some shit like that, I'm probably fishing a lot. And you feel me? That's like a comfort food for me. Most definitely coming fish, potatoes and shit on a rainy day.
Are there any books, films, or artwork that influenced your lyrical style?
Well, I got a book my grandfather gave me when I was 9 years old. Nah, take it back. My mother gave it to me when I was 9. I read The Secret, and man, The Secret just opened my mind up to the possibilities. And I don't feel like I was embodying "you gotta believe" enough, and like the words manifestation and shit like that wasn't really popping back in them times. So The Secret really opened me up to be a dreamer way more. You know what I'm saying? And as far as like a film or a movie that I feel like changed how I view shit, um, I'm probably be cliche with this one too, but like that Life, the movie Life, like when I was still thugging and you know what I'm saying in the streets taking risks and shit, like Life was a motherfucker because I always felt like Clyde. I'm down for the paper. I'm gonna get to the motion, and then it's always a Ray ass nigga around you that gets you into some shit that you ain't even supposed to be involved in, and it really made me realize like the company that I kept and the risk that I was taking for the money might have not have been as worth it as I thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that movie was definitely like something that changed how I view shit. And like I said, artwork wise, I had to go back and listen to the Blueprint and really like absorb. And I know that's cliche too, but between the Blueprint and that Baduism album, like Erica showed me how to carry a vibe through a whole project and like focus on the goals that was at hand for the music. Like that album's therapeutic for me. Like Blueprint was more like homework, you know, learn the game and see why everybody fuck with Hove. And I was a believer after listening to that for sure.
Is there a song in which you feel like you've pushed your lyrical boundaries?
Song that I push my lyrical boundaries on. I mean, y'all ain't seen my best yet for sure. I'll tell you that. I got some shit in the vault that I feel like I'm really pushing the pen. But lyrically, um, I say on the Dope project, the song Cold, I was spitting on. It's my second project. I was spitting on Cold for sure. Dark Age, I was in a bag, both verses for sure. And then like here recently, like that Soyo, that's probably like my favorite verse. That Special on Your Own. Like my wordplay and delivery on there was like probably what I'm running with now. Like that was definitely me showing off.
Is there a particular era of hip hop you feel most connected to?
Man, Lil Wayne's era. Lil Wayne's No Ceilings, The Drought, Dedication. And I'm gonna let y'all know, man, Carter 3 is not the best Wayne album, okay? Like, it's not Carter 3. Now, Carter 2, classic. But like the Wayne era was really like, you had to be there. And I'm gonna throw this in on some honorable mention shit, man. The Gucci era was man, listen, man, Gucci's run most definitely was something to attach to. Like, if you ain't jump off the porch and you wasn't trapping yet, you won't understand. But Gucci most definitely had, man, Gucci had a nigga trying shit. Put it like that, man. Gucci had a nigga trying to get some money in different ways. And you feel me? It was most definitely influenced.
How do you approach vulnerability in your lyrics, and what does that mean to you?
How do I approach vulnerability in my lyrics? Man, it took for me to grow up, and music always been a therapy for me, so I don't feel like being vulnerable was an issue, because like, I'll write about the shit that I'm going through, and then after I'm done coping with it, I can listen to it as a song or a product to put out. But for the most part, like, I always been vocal, always been an open book, so I ain't never really had no problem sharing, especially not with the music. But it's definitely, like I said, music is therapy, so you're gonna get the good, the bad, and the ugly. And shit, my whole story, if you go back from the beginning to now, you pretty much know me, like the people closest to me, if you listen to the music.
How do you think being from Louisville and your upbringing influenced your music?
Being from Louisville, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get that right.
Louisville.
Being from Louisville most definitely influenced my music, because like, I came up in the start of the biggest gang coaches in the city and shit. So my 7th grade year, that was probably like the start of like Bad News and, you feel me, Kill Squad and Dime Block, Dooney Squad, Zone 1 Up East, Taliban, like all that shit started. And like, it made me not want to be like niggas for real, for real. And I was outside for sure, and was living, and respect is already earned, but like, it really made me want to tell the story from a different perspective, because everybody ain't the shooter, everybody ain't the nigga that sell drugs, everybody ain't the, you know what I'm saying, the main culprit. So like, I had different viewpoints depending on what we was doing in the streets, and I really wanted to tell my story from what I felt like was a regular nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got caught up with the women and getting money, but I was a regular nigga in the streets. I wasn't no tough guy, I wasn't no killer or nothing extra. So, it really just it really just shaped, the culture. And you gotta be about something to be from the city, like, and really have respect. That's one thing I will say. Like, we ain't taking no bullshit. And niggas will call you out on that fake shit, especially in them times. So Trios, Parkland, Oasis, Tailgaters, Villa, O'Malley's, you feel me? Like, I done been to an boys party, you feel me, as young as I am. Like, I done really, so the party culture, like I said, man, the city was different. The city most definitely had a culture, and we had to be a certain way in order to survive out here.
Have you ever regretted a lyric or wish you could change something in a song after it was released?
Have I ever regretted a lyric after I released it? Man, fuck no. I most definitely ain't regretting shit that I say on wax. Plus, like, you got so many chances to correct that shit before it come out. I ain't bite my tongue about nothing, man. Y'all catching this shit straight from the heart and how I want it to be. So I said what I said, you feel me? But nah, I don't regret no lyrics at all. At all.
Can you take us through your typical songwriting process?
Man, I'm taking you through my typical songwriting process. Shit, I gotta feel the beat. Like, within the first 10 seconds, by the time the beat drop, if I ain't got no lyrics on my mind, then I don't even keep going with the record. So anything that y'all done heard, I wrote something to it the moment I heard the beat. And like I said, I ain't put no pen to paper since like '08. I just get in front of the mic and punch in, you feel me? I'll kick a few bars. I might last 2 bars. I might go 12, but I usually just let that shit flow creatively and you know, I might get in there and do some mumbling for the cadences and then go in and replace the words, but I really just got to feel the beat first because the music is the first part. And then I try to use my own story and voice as an instrument to add to the orchestration, you know what I'm saying, of the whole composition and shit. So like I said, I find me a beat that give me the chills or you know, invoke a type of emotion, and then I just feed off of that.
What do you believe is the purpose of your music beyond entertainment?
And purpose of my music, besides entertainment, like I motivate the streets, and I motivate the regular people, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I represent and give people a voice who might not have a voice. Like I said, in a place where everything's so radical, I feel like just the whole "you gotta believe" movement and everything that I stand for. Like I'm the motivator when it comes to this shit. You know, if you listen to my music and don't get inspired or don't get motivated, then you need to spin that shit again because you missing something. You feel me? Like I feel like that's what I do best though, for real. If I had to put a word on it,
What is your relationship with God like?
man, God is everything. It was my relationship with God is everything. Like, and I ain't no super you know, I mean, we ain't going to church every day and Sundays and Bible study and shit like that. But like, you gotta believe. You feel me? It stems off straight hope and faith. So it was a time where I got on some like, you know what I'm saying, is God real? And, you know, trying to be too smart with the white people gave us God and all of that fly shit. But like, he humbled me in a way that let me know like he's real and his hand in this world is the utmost powerful. Like everything that we got going is because he allowing for me to have it. You know, this breath is a privilege. So I never second guess the power of God or the my faith in him. Like I don't even worry no more. It's hard to worry with the type of faith that I got. You know what I'm saying?
What is something you wish people knew about you?
Man, something I wish people knew about me is I'm complex. I'm complex, real deep, real analytical. You know what I'm saying? Like this music shit is just the surface. I got so much more to offer to the world and to society than this music shit, but it's the vehicle right now. So I say I just want people to know like real niggas still exist. You know what I'm saying? Genuine people still exist. Cause I feel like we done misconstrued the word real so much. Anybody, you know, money can make you a real nigga. The amount of bitches you get can make you a real nigga, but you know, only being you can make yourself genuine. And I'm definitely the only YGB Jay that you're gonna come across.
What is something people misconstrue about you?
Man, I think what people misconstrue about me the most, man, I think people think I'm a know-it-all, which I get it. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot, I don't know everything, but I feel like our culture has an issue with recognizing intelligence in our type of time that we live in. But I'm very understanding, very optimistic, very open-minded. You know, I'm always learning and adapting, and I learn from people more than I learn from anything. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what we was here for. So if I had to say what I wanted people to know, it's like, man, I'm just me. I don't know it all, but if I speak about it, then I'm for certain. You know what I'm saying? If I don't know nothing, then I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. So, you know, pick up the game when it's on the floor, but game ain't sold, it's told for sure. You just gotta know when to pick it up. So don't never take my confidence or what I'm saying and what I'm speaking about is me knowing it all, but just know that I did my research. You feel me?
What is your favorite feeling?
Shit, ain't no better feeling than love. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no better feeling than a woman. Not even just physically though, you know, just the energy of a woman and the presence of a woman, man. Ain't nothing better than that. Like, it's second to none for sure.
What's your favorite color?
Man, my favorite color is red, but you know, I was inherited into the red shit, like being from Louisville and part of town that I'm from, it wasn't really too many options from being down the way. Like shit, niggas is but like as I've grown older, man, I got an attachment to purple these days. Like all tones of purple is kind of like my happy color. That's my happy place. You feel me? Is purple.
If you could do something in life, what would it be?
What I'm doing right now. If I could do something in life, it'd be what I'm doing right now. Even in the times that I second guessed or thought that it would be another way, like this music shit is how we got here. I feel like everything that we ever came up on was music. Like the first language was music and rhythm. So like I like creating the energy and passing it along. I wouldn't change it for nothing. I had a run where I thought I was going to the league. You know, I was cold in football and shit, but even music trumped that at some point, you know.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Damn, celebrity crush. I got a few crushes, man. That's tough. I got to do eras because I got celebrity crushes from different eras, man. Like Erica Badu, baby. Listen, I love you. You hear me? You ever want to get on your Keisha Cole shit, call me. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I fuck with Big Glow, man. I fuck with Big Glow. I told motherfuckers before Glow, you feel me, hit the net and really like blew, like shorty, real street bitch, like real genuine person too. Like I fuck with Glow. Uh, Olivia Pope, I'll be your president, baby. Most definitely. But nah, I ain't gonna name too many. Them is probably like my top three right now, man. New era, my old school crush, and you know, that's where I'm at with it right now. I'm coming for you though, Glow. Don't worry about nothing.
What is your favorite song right now?
My favorite song, right now, I don't know, but that Not Like Us, that nigga stepping right now. I'm most definitely fucking with the Not Like Us in the times that we in, cause you couldn't have said it no better, man. These niggas ain't, you feel me? They not gang, they not members.
What is your pet peeve?
Man, my biggest pet peeve is conscious ignorance, man. Like being ignorant by choice is with all the resources and information that we got out here, like, bro, learn you something, man. Research you something, man. Like all these podcasts and internet influencers and shit kicking their opinions like it's fact, and then people just running with them. Like, don't be ignorant, man. Learn that shit on your own. Do your research. Take everything with a grain of salt, because I can't deal with no ignorance or no stupidity by choice. Now, not knowing is not knowing, but you got to be willing to learn. So I can't deal with no ignorance, man. That's my biggest pet peeve for sure.
What is your favorite thing about your city?
Man, it's just I don't know. They might not agree with it, but the favorite thing about my city is the love. Like, you know, they be talking about like we get the connotation that it's a lot of haters and shit like that, but I ain't got nothing but love in Louisville my whole life. And I ain't shown nothing but love either. I ain't did nobody wrong. I don't steal from people. You feel me? I don't beef with niggas. So it's real love in Louisville. Like, and every time we step out the city, they love us because it's real love, genuine people. Like, I feel like we got that great divide between the South and the Southern hospitality and the North, where niggas ain't taking no bullshit. Like, the love that you gonna get when you come to Louisville is unmatched. As long as you ain't on no bullshit, because they gon', you know, we hate as hard as we love, but I don't feel like that love should get enough credit. Like, it's real love in the city.
Were you a part of the skate world Robin's Roost era?
It was Chimps. We wasn't fucking with Newburgh yet. So the Roost was somebody might have threw a birthday party or something out there, but niggas wasn't going out there in my way. We was most definitely at Chimps, faithfully. And then once LaCar came trios, it was a wrap. Like I could still get down. I could still skate better than Usher. You feel me? Don't worry about nothing. Like most definitely a part of the culture though. Like 90s baby shit for sure.
If you could live anywhere else, where would it be?
If I could live anywhere else, man, I think I'm gonna settle down in Denver, or I think I'm gonna settle down in Colorado. I took a vacation out there a few years ago, and man, like Denver's probably my happy place. Like when I don't want to work and I don't want to be, excuse me, I don't want to be bothered. Like Denver got the vibes, the mountains, the water, the clean air. You know what I'm saying? Like that's probably my happy place. Second on the list though is the Bay. I love the Bay. Like LA is cool in California, but the Bay is more like home. I got the vibes in the Bay. I seen beautiful waters and like I said, the nature and shit like that. So them is the two places that I say I moved to if I wasn't in Louisville.
What did you want to be when you grew up as a child?
And I always wanted to be an architect. You know, before doing music, I was cold with the Legos and the, just like I said, building and taking stuff apart. I went to UK for civil engineering with a minor in oil communications. So architecture was something that was on me strong before getting into the music and rapping. And it's something I'll probably go back to when we get this paid. You know what I'm saying? Give me a building in the city that's unmatched. You know what I'm saying?
What is something besides rapping that you feel like nobody else can do like you?
Something besides rapping that can't nobody do like me. Shit, it ain't too many of you niggas that can cook better than me for sure. I'm gonna let you know that now. But I don't know, that's tough. I think I'm an unmatched speaker. Like aside from rapping, like I do well with speaking. And that's really where the gift come from is being able to speak. You know, my father's a preacher and I feel like that shit just in a nigga's blood. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this shit that I be kicking be coming from the soul. So I feel like speaking is like one of my best attributes.
How was it being a preacher's kid?
Nah, man, my daddy wasn't no preacher when I was a kid, so I ain't really grow up with the preacher's child type shit. He was preaching as I've been an adult. That ain't even. So yeah, he was in his motions and doing his thing. So I ain't really had the influence of being a preacher's son.
You can definitely revamp that question. How is it being a preacher's adult son? Because that's different.
I mean, being a preacher's son now as an adult, I got a moral compass that I keep a hold of, just knowing what I represent. But I always been straight anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like I always done live my life through Christ and stuff. You know, the family always been religious, man. We Sunday vacation Bible school babies. You know what I'm saying? So it don't really have too much of an influence because, you know, when he ain't in church, he's still my pops. You feel me? So I don't got to deal with the Bible beating or the Bible belt type culture. Like it's fluid for sure.
What is one of your favorite quotes?
Man, time don't wait for no man. Probably my favorite quote. My favorite quote is time don't wait for no man. I don't know who said it first, but I said that on one of my songs on Hope, and like time is everything. So like that's the big one right there. And you gotta believe, you feel me? Strongest quote that you can come with.
What is some advice that changed your life?
I say some advice that changed my life is be yourself. You feel me? Like I was young, I was influenced, I wanted to do different things along the way. And so I don't know, you know, who told it to me that stuck. I done heard it a million times, but being myself was was hard to do. Like I said, I went to different schools. I was always, you know, the new nigga at every program and just adapting to different cultures. But learning how to be myself is how I made it through all of that shit and was able to really stay grounded. And I feel like that's the best advice you can give to anybody is just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like everything else will fall in place as long as it's you. But you might muster up somebody else's blessings trying to act like somebody else, and that shit won't work for you, the real you. You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta be yourself. Man, it's a wrap. It's YGB Jay. I just tuned into my story. Follow me on all social media at YGB JAY. And don't never forget, man, you gotta believe.